There are so many rumors going around about the 3i Atlas and a lot of speculation. And then you have fake videos and fake pictures circulating on TikTok and X, as well as hyped pixelated images that are being wildly interpreted. It's becoming very difficult to figure out what exactly is going on, and that could be by design. Let's dig into this. Reports are emerging that the 3i Atlas may not be traveling alone. Amateur astronomers analyzing raw images from NASA's Perseverance rover claim to see multiple fast-moving objects in the same frames, not just one. And then when asked directly whether telescopes on Earth are picking up other objects flying alongside Atlas, Avi Loeb doesn't dismiss the possibility. Instead, he reveals what his team is doing about it. As always, I'm here to report the information without bias, and you can decide what to believe. You can find the sources in my detailed articles at ufonews.co, along with in the description box below. Hey, ufologers, I'm Cristina Gomez, and welcome to this episode of UFO News Updates. His response to questions about multiple objects shows just how seriously researchers are taking these observations. He stated this on Newsmax.
As 3i Atlas gets closer now to the sun, telescopes here on Earth are picking up other objects flying alongside it. Is that accurate?
Well, there are always objects. The question is whether we see unusual activity. And in fact, I tasked my research team at the Galileo project to monitor the sky for any unusual activity, because it's possible that if it's a alien probe, that in fact it would release some mini probes that will visit the planet.
Multiple Mars orbiters, NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, the European Space Agency's Mars Express, and the ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter all captured coordinated observations of this object during its October 3rd flyby. These are not casual snapshots. These are pre-planned scientific observations designed to gather the highest resolution data ever obtained of an interstellar object passing within 29 million kilometers of Mars. So we know that the data was collected, the instruments functioned, but some of these images haven't been released. Dr. Loeb has been analyzing every scrap of available data, and what he describes raises immediate questions about what we're actually looking at. This is what he mentioned on Fox News.
The European Space Agency released the data from ExoMars camera on one of its orbiters of Mars, and it looks like they detected the interstellar visitor 3i Atlas that was discovered back on July 1st, 2025 this year, and looked rather anomalous. The object is quite large, and it's also aligned in its path with a plane of the planets around the sun. So it's quite intriguing. It offers us a gift, a rare gift of a highly visible object that many of our space probes can look at.
A rare gift. That is one way to describe it. But as more data emerges, the 3i Atlas is breaking rules that comets are not supposed to break. Its chemistry is wrong, its behavior is anomalous, and its trajectory through our solar system aligns with multiple planets in ways that statistical models say should not happen by chance. And before we go further, if you want to follow the story as it develops, hit that subscribe button and write in the comments where you're watching from and whether you think this object is natural or something else entirely. Let us look at what makes 3i Atlas so strange. When Stefan posted his time-lapse animation online, other amateur astronomers immediately began their own analysis. A German user called Night Monkey made a claim that he could see multiple objects, not just one comet. Multiple fast-moving points of light. At the 3-second mark of Burns' animation, a brief green flash appears, and it is not a camera artifact. Those show up as single bright pixels. And this is a diffuse glow, localized but distinct. Green light in space has specific causes. Comets sometimes glow green when solar radiation excites a molecule called dicarbon. Two carbon atoms bond together in their outer atmosphere. But here's the problem. Spectroscopic analysis from the Very Large Telescope in Chile showed that the 3I atlas is what astronomers call carbon chain depleted. It contains virtually no dicarbon, so it shouldn't be glowing green. The high-resolution data that could answer these questions haven't been made public because, from what we know, there is a government shutdown in the United States. NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter carries an instrument called the HiRISE, the High Resolution Imaging Science Experiment.
And there will be much better data. The best is yet to come from the HiRISE camera on board NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. The data was taken, but because of the government shutdown, we haven't seen it. That particular camera is 0.5 meter in diameter and can give us 30-kilometer resolution of 3I Atlas, this new interstellar object. And that could potentially tell us how big it is, because the amount of sunlight that is reflected from it will set the brightest pixel in the image that we get from NASA. So everyone is eagerly awaiting that, because it will be the best, the highest resolution image we have.
NASA's official statement has been minimal. The Mars' orbiter successfully conducted their observations. Data is being processed. Updates will be provided as analysis continues. And that statement was issued over 3 weeks ago. But here's the strange part. Mars' orbiters routinely make their images public within days. The HiRISE website typically updates with new Mars surface photos every few days, sometimes daily during active observation campaigns. Yet nothing from the 3I Atlas flyby has appeared.
In contrast to its two interstellar predecessors, 3I Atlas is thought to be much faster, traveling at a whopping speed of 58 kilometers per second. And older, with estimates that it is somewhere between 3 and 11 billion years old.
An object that old, moving that fast, with chemistry that doesn't match anything in our solar system, these are the building blocks of a mystery, but there is one more piece that makes this whole thing uncomfortable. On August 15, 1977, Ohio State University's Big Ear radio telescope detected a signal so strong and unusual that astronomers circled the outprint and wrote the word "wow." The 72-second signal came from the direction of Sagittarius at a frequency of 1420 megahertz, the hydrogen line, a frequency so fundamental to radio astronomy that any civilization capable of radio technology would monitor it. And the Big Ear never detected it again. And for nearly 50 years, the WOW signal remained one of astronomy's deepest mysteries. Working backwards from the 3I Atlas's current trajectory, Avi Loeb mentions this.
So it's called the WOW signal from 1977. And I checked it. Turns out that it came from about the same direction in the sky as 3I Atlas, within 9 degrees. And the chance for a random alignment of the two directions of 9 degrees or so is 0.6%.
Is this craft really artificial? Avi says it's possible. Right now, the 3I Atlas is behind the sun from Earth's perspective. Ground-based telescopes cannot see it against solar glare. Space-based observatories like Hubble and Webb need to avoid pointing too close to the sun to protect the sensitive instruments. So we go blind for approximately 3 weeks. 3 weeks where the object experiences maximum solar heating, maximum radiation pressure, maximum stress on any structural components. 3 weeks where, if it is capable of maneuvering, it has privacy to do whatever it's designed to do.
Some people ask me whether that might indicate that there is evidence for alien intelligence out there because NASA is delaying the release of data. I said to them in response that this shutdown and the delay is not a sign of extraterrestrial intelligence, but more a sign of terrestrial stupidity.
The European Space Agency's JUICE spacecraft will observe the 3I Atlas in late November, just after perihelion. So the data will not be available until February of 2026. But these observations might reveal what the object was doing while hidden from Earth. Overall, the 3I Atlas is anomalous. Its mass, its chemistry, its trajectory, its possible alignment with the wow signal. Individually, each has potential natural explanations. Collectively, the picture becomes increasingly difficult to fit into comfortable categories. Maybe it's just a comet, an unusual one following natural laws, and December will show us exactly what we expect. Or maybe we're watching something that will rewrite every assumption we have about our place in the universe. I'm Cristina Gomez, and that is it for today. I will see you again tomorrow at 10 a.m. PST for another UFO news update. Be safe, and remember, keep your eyes on the skies. If you enjoyed today's show, hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the notification bell as I do daily UFO news and updates. Fresh UAP stories, government disclosures, and breaking developments land here every single day.